NBA here on 2K Sports. The young NBA season still rich with optimism. It's going to be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the San Antonio Spurs. On tap, coming up next. I'm not afraid.
It's been a ride.
You can try and read my lyrics off of this paper before I lay 'em, but you will take the sting out these words before I say I'm gonna be what I set out to be. Without a doubt, I'm bound to and all those who look down on me, I'm tearing down your balcony. No advance of us, I'm trying to ask you.
And a thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem, and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas. The home of the Spurs. Live on 2K Sports. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Hey guys, check it out. Tony Parker here. What can we expect?
You know, he's not the most flashy point guard out there, and you don't hear his name when people talk about the best point guards in the game, but I think Parker is one of the best in the business when it comes right down to it. He's able to do so many things out there for you, and just had a dominant season for the Spurs a year ago.
Steve, Parker's fearlessness going to the hoop is what makes him such a devastating player in crunch time. Often you'll see him go right into a bigger guy, take the contact, and still find a way to finish the play.
So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to Portland.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense in part at least was a bigger factor. This is really compounded, I think, because he was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher, mentally and physically, if you're going to win on the road.
And both free throws, good for Evans.
What an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. They swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, they're seconds away from another championship banner.
You didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Outside Holiday. Evans got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And now Parker pushing it up. And that was down in. And the shot is good. Parker's got his first rest.
So deflating for a team, coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
The drive by Gordon. Rejected by Stewart. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And Leonard gets it to go.
Boy, nice one-hand fast break on that.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Then back to the Spurs. They look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs. People thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. And then in the finals, those Bucks on who would take the split.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively. They did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge.
Chipped away. Smith pitch to Howard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Great job preventing that ball from getting into the post. That would be an easy two if he doesn't make that steal.
From deep. Leonard, no luck. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
Well, Kawhi Leonard taken 15th overall in the 2011 draft. Believe it or not, he's the Spurs' highest drafted rookie since they took Tim Duncan, #1 overall back in '97. It just shows you the legacy of the Spurs' success over the years.
Evans' shot is good.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Splitter passes through Leonard. And lots of contact there. This is the shot. He'll shoot two. And going back to Kawhi Leonard, he earned minutes in Coach Popovich's rotation from the first game on.
And part of the reason he did, he's got great versatility defensively primarily, but he's a quick learner, quick study. Understands things, doesn't take long to pick things up. And when you're a first-year player, that can separate you from a lot of guys and get you in the rotation, especially with a veteran team like the Spurs.
Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Let me take a look at the stat sheet here for Drew Holiday. Good season for him last year, 4th in assists. And he was also among the league leaders in steals, finishing in the top 20 in that category.
And he ranked in the top 5 in assists as well, Steve. I mean, he was really a maestro out there, conducting the offense, running it smoothly. I mean, they gave him the keys to the team and let the offense run through him. That was a good decision.
Holiday, Kawhi Leonard missing from long range.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Drew Holiday 4th.
And they made their teammates better, too, because they're willing to give the ball up. They're interested in getting other people's shots and did it in spectacular fashion, too.
Now here is Holiday. The feed to Smith. That's good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that. You know, there were high hopes for New Orleans last season, but after a slow start and injuries, they quickly fell out of the race. And you look back at the young players they played, and you can see why they struggled, but perhaps down the road it might serve them well.
Here's Gordon, following the score by Tony Parker, and it's caught. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points in the fast break.
As you said, Clark, with New Orleans, they got a chance to look at a lot of different players and figure some things out. Steve, with some of the early injuries, they found that basketball could be a tremendous point guard for them.
And then what they do, they went ahead and traded him to Sacramento, Kevin. But look, I like the direction that they decided to go with. So they used the Vasquez as an asset. They had Tyreek Evans, Drew Holiday. They have some good young talent on that roster now.
And Anderson slams it in. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark at the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
And you frustrated Steve is over.
No, I just, you know what, I just like they didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
So for the Pelicans, Steve's not checked in for Jason Smith. Aminu comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Austin Rivers in for Eric Gordon. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against Charlotte.
Hey, Kevin, I thought they put together a fantastic offensive game plan in that win. They knew exactly how to exploit the defense, and they really got on a nice roll.
And exploit them they did. See, they were relentless. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game. Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game. They got it quick, and it's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
They're turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Rivers. Hit his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Here's Holiday. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holiday's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Splitter with the ball, defended by Steensman. And that one's good.
With the offensive end, he's found out as much as he could hope for today.
Pelicans trailed by 4. for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one drops. And he can't hit the second. Now here's Leonard. He has 6. Shakes off a strong D and hits the bucket for 2. Leonard's got 8.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
A free-flowing.
Premiere this Thursday, November 7th. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat, live from American Airlines Arena. Don't miss it.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment.
I'll tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked in to what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And he knows some of the leadership that he brings to this position. He's learned from his past experiences.
Now Lois Duncan and Scooter. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. And it's Parker at the point. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Gentlemen, last year, Greg Popovich received a $250,000 fine from the league for sitting out his starters in that game against Miami. They cracked down, but it wasn't the first time he rested his top players on a back-to-back. Pop explained the philosophy this way, saying, quote, "We're making a wiser decision and not a macho decision. It's about health and safety of players so that we have a shot at the end of the year. If I was taking my son or daughter to the game, I'd be disappointed. So I understand that perspective. Hopefully, they'll understand my perspective. My priority is the basketball team and what is best for it. Guys, it's always a balancing act."
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris. Hey, Clark, you mentioned Bob's time at the Air Force Academy. That's when he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there, and was head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with both the Warriors and the Spurs. And once he moved into the front office in San Antonio, but wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
Pelicans trailed by 8. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Anderson dishes to Evans. And the call will be against Tony Parker. And that is his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Evans outside. A finger roll finish at the buzzer. Evans has got 8 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it. You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth quarter points.
And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Steamsma, and it's Gordon in for Ryan Anderson. Gordon covered by Duncan, and it's Gordon penetrating and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. But Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was because they have so many options when possessions, Steve start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who understand how to play the game and know how to play each other. Just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think, allows them to execute under pressure.
Pelicans trail by 6. Evans kicks to Gordon. Gets it to go.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the backhand. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
Leonard attacking. Back to Parker. There's the 3. And the short one drops. Parker's got 5 points down in the court.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Tony Parker had a phenomenal 2011-2012 campaign, but as is the case with Greg Popovich, he challenged Parker to improve upon that for last season. just told him, good players can be great for a little bit, but great players are always great. And that really resonated with Parker.
Think about how great Parker's been. We forgot his career almost came to an end in the summer of 2012. This is a very easy peak in his career.
That's right. He was an innocent bystander in a club in New York or LA at one point. Otto's recorded. We've got a shard of glass that penetrated almost through his left eye. Easily could have lost his vision and lost his career.
Blocked. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Parker leading the charge. And now a 9-point Spurs lead.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And let's now send it over to Damon Bruce in the studio with an update, Damon.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Let's quickly bring up the scores from the games that already are in the books. It was the Thunder taking the win in Oklahoma City over the Suns. Their leading scorer, Kevin Durant. For Minnesota, a loss to the Knicks out in New York. Kevin Love was their top scorer. That's about all the time we have for us until the spring halftime report. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Damon, for the update.
Great day for basketball. Isn't it, guys? Enough games to go around for everybody.
And the basket by Gordon.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it out of the league.
And that one's good.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Doris.
Spurs coach Mike Popovich throughout his career has seemed to strike a good balance between getting along with his players but also being demanding. Pop said, quote, "I'd say the guy I've been toughest on, and he's come through it all, is Tony Parker. He's listened to me and believed in what I told him, even when he was angry. He trusted me, and I'll always appreciate that." And Kevin, it's a partnership that's yielded a lot of success over the years.
They've become a terrific team. Thanks, Doris. 124 left to play in the second quarter. 3-on-3. Parker passes to Leonard. Shot no good. Great tee that time from Davis.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. A decent edge and rebound thus far.
And that hard work on the courts needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
For New Orleans, they have been coming through at the charities. They made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Well, this season, a new mascot, new team colors, and a brand new state-of-the-art 50,000 square foot practice facility for the Pelicans. It's not just a new paint job, folks. This is a franchise doing some exciting stuff. They brought up the 3-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
And Parker, here we go. Gets it to go. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead. Doug, he mentioned the new colors for the Pelicans. No longer the purple, teal, and gold of the Hornets, but blue, gold, and red from the city flag of New Orleans. He looks pretty good.
It does look good. And remember the other connections. I mean, that blue is featured on the Louisiana City flag. Gold, a Mardi Gras color, of course. And then you think about the connection to the plumage of the brown pelican, which I've studied for years. And then, of course, red. I mean, the red represents... I have no idea.
Spurs last year were as tough as always in San Antonio. Hard not to beat when you win 50 games every season. Ended up with a 35-6 record at home, which was good for the third best in the league.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
They get it again. Smith. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
It'd be nice if they could get to the line every single time they take it in there. They're doing a good job of knocking them down here in the second quarter, those free throws.
And so he hits both.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Off target with his 3. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea who was near the out-of-bounds line.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Feeds to Green. He gets it up. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. The will to get it done. You like that focus.
And that does it for the first half of play. Spurs lead by 10. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports as the NBA season wraps up. Let's get into the halftime report. Out at Staples Center, the Lakers are ahead against Atlanta, up by 7 in the fourth. And a look around the other action in the real NBA. Boston ended up with a loss to the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
So for New Orleans right now, backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Davis is stuck together down low, and it's Evans in at the three spot.
We thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Pelicans trailed by 12.
Well, if you're going to learn from someone, you might as well take some lessons from Tim Duncan. That's what Tiago Splitter has done in San Antonio. Really kind of growing up under the tutelage of one of the great players of all time.
And Holiday, here we go. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Holiday's got his third bucket of the night.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Parker passes to Duncan. Green kicks to Leonard. No good from outside. And Spurs taken 28 by the Spurs way back in 2007. But they had to wait 3 seasons for him to come over from Spain. And as Greg Popovich was saying just this past season, he's finally showing what he can do because he's been healthy.
Yeah, agreed, Kevin. And I think it was a wait worth making, quite honestly. One of the premier backup centers in the NBA the last 3 seasons, and he earns himself a nice payday with his new contract, too.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Holiday attacking, banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter. San Antonio leading by 8. Back to Leonard. The 3. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 6 assists this round.
Pelicans last season were dead last in steals, guys. You would think with a defensive anchor like Anthony Davis, sometimes they'd feel more comfortable pressuring the passing lane, but it just didn't seem to be the case for him.
Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Well, it's been a heck of a recent stretch for these guys. The centers and power forwards averaging the most points in their position in the last 10 games. Anthony Davis is second.
And there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively, face up or back to the basket. They can get it done.
And that's what makes that list so intriguing to me, Steve, just how varied it is in terms of technique each of those big men use. I mean, you could fill a textbook taking a little piece of each of their games. I mean, they all do something different and unique and do it well.
And Clark, as you said, with the Van Hornets, now Pelicans, last in the league a year ago in steals per game. And Steve, overall defensively, they just struggled mightily.
Yeah, third worst defense in the league last year. They allowed a lot of open threes on the perimeter. Some of that is just kind of a young team and going through the growing pains. But I think, with the shot blockers inside, you have to apply more pressure on the perimeter. And that's why they went out and got some of the guys they did.
The shot from the low post is good. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Ginobili with the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Gordon. Shot is up. Great D that time from Duncan. Spurs leading by 11. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And it's 7 points for Tim Duncan. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm up. Parker dishes the limit. And he comes down with one hand.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Gordon against Ginobili. And that's Evans penetrating. Gordon outside. The rebound by the Spurs. Getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
And predictably, they came out on top in the season series last year. We'll see if it's any different this time around.
Ryan Anderson is check-in for New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 15. Holiday with it. 9 points in the game so far. And that was good. And as Steve brought up, the outcome of the series between these teams wasn't a surprise given how they, Clark, each finished the year.
You're right all over it, Kevin. I mean, there was success on one side, and then the disappointment of missing the playoffs on the other side.
Well, in any discussion about him, the first thing that has to come to mind is his skill as a passer.
Yeah, he's a world-class distributor, if you will, and the unselfish attitude translates to the whole team. I mean, I'd love to see what their assists to made baskets ratio is.
No time at all. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Tony Parker really was more of a scoring point guard than a passing one early this year, but his assist numbers have gone up. Greg Popovich, throughout Parker's career, has been on him to distribute and to become more of a true point guard. And I think he has found that balance over the last couple seasons.
Spurs leading by 13. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Hits it off the glass. Duncan's got 4 points now in the quarter. For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Gets it to go. Tony Parker just now entering his 30s. He's still got plenty of basketball though ahead of him.
Yeah, he started early, 19 years old, I think, when he came into the league, Kevin. So he's a guy that grew up under the direction and Tom Bean and sometimes Oregon as Greg Popovich, and now is thriving in an environment with the championship caliber in every way.
Yeah, he had not established position.
I prefer the refs to whistle and block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Steam's not checked in for Anthony Davis.
A dramatic improvement for the San Antonio Spurs defensively last season, guys. Coach Pop had suggested that they might have gotten too old to be an elite defensive team anymore, but that wasn't the case. I think he challenged them a little bit, and they raised the bar of their defensive performance.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
1:03 left to play in the third. And Anderson kicks to Gordon. They get a hand on it. Ginobili with the steal. To finish. Hammers it down.
That's a goal there.
Once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rim.
Clark, you mentioned the defensive improvement of the Spurs. Early in the last season, their straight periods took them. They needed to focus even more on contesting shots. Even if that meant committing more fouls or allowing more offensive rebounds.
Well, that's exactly what they did. They gave up fewer offensive rebounds, fouled slightly more than they had the prior season. But they were better in terms of shot blocks, steals, and they held their opponents to a lower field goal percentage. So, very generally, a good advantage for the grand slam. And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball, get out of the way.
Holiday goes in. Blocked. 3 30-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Leonard takes it to go.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. It's pretty smart with the lead. I like that. Being very selective and deliberate.
Turn it way down.
That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Keep it down, Paul. He's way down. You don't need to hear that. I mean, the door's closed and I can hear that far away. That's ridiculous.
Exactly 75%.
Both free throws good from Holiday. 9 seconds left to play here in the third. Green kicks to Joe. And again, it's San Antonio with the three.
Oh, they come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc. Hey, trust me on this one, Parker. They are going to continue to let them fly.
This Tuesday, November 5th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets. It's the real deal.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Pelicans trailed by 19. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for San Antonio, Ginobili and Leonard on the wing. Now well, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Green in at the one spot.
I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
Better safe than sorry. I mean, you got to be sure when you're in traffic.
Stolen by Evans. Now here's Rivers. And Holiday, here we go. Evans takes to Rivers. Fires from the line. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Let's now catch up with what's going on around the NBA as we go to our studios. Here's Damon Bruce.
All right, Kevin, let's see what's happening around the NBA right now. Phoenix with a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Eric Bledsoe, their leading scorer. For the Los Angeles Lakers, they're leading against the Hawks. They're about halfway through the fourth in that one. Xavier Henry leads the team in scoring. And that's going to do it for us in the studio. Kevin?
Thank you, Damon, for that report.
Well, it's an exciting time of the year. This early in the season, and we learn a little more about each team every day.
Pelicans trailed by 17. Finish to Rivers. That's blocked by Splitter. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Pelicans. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Boy, a lot of fans really focused on that matchup for Memphis.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Evans. And the shot is good.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. For this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Duncan kicks to Leonard. The Spurs rebound. Dishes to Ginobili. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ginobili's got 13 points now in the second half.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah. 3 of the last 5 hits are from beyond the arc.
So for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Jason Smith. Anderson comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Gordon in for Austin Rivers. Green against Howard. Back to Evans. 5 to shoot. Evans, right side. Misses off the left eye. Spurs leading by 18. Ginobili kicks to Green. Rejected by Evans. Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Green passes to Ginobili. Three corners off the mark. Pelicans trailed by 18. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. At the line, here's Davis. And fouled hard that time. No get to the line and shoot two. On Ginobili.
How about Anthony Davis in this one? He's got 8 points and 1 steal. Probably the biggest knock on Anthony Davis you could make his rookie season is that he missed a lot of time with injuries, and that's really not something you knock a guy for. Ankle, a concussion. He missed several stretches.
Jason Smith, he's checked in for New Orleans.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
On for Anthony Davis, a slender build. How he weathers the physicality of the NBA in some people's minds, Steve, is a question.
Well, it's always hard to predict when a player comes out of college after his freshman year just how much more he's going to fill out. But he's got broad shoulders. He looks like he's got the ability to add muscle. And I think as he does that, he's going to be probably best suited to play the power forward position long term rather than center.
Holiday attacking, and the whistle blows, and again, Thiago Splitters. That'll be his third foul so far.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Holiday with it. Now Green defending.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get turned around and start contributing.
Leonard. It's a three-point foul. Leonard's got 15 points in just the second half.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them minutes.
And the whistle blows, and again, Thiago Splitters. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
That fourth foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Holiday attacking. Here's Smith. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Duncan. Leonard kicks to Green. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. And one of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And you know, at the end of the day, Steve, you just have to respect his overall defensive acumen. I mean, it's not just one thing he does well at that end. He knows how to guard from A to Z.
Outside, Ginobili. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle. That's his 5th foul.
Well, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. My goodness, he can't stay out of the way of foul.
New Orleans making a switch here. Schemes much, checked in for Anthony Davis. Aminu comes in for Tyree Evans. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 22. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. And the Spurs with some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Daniel Green. Here's Rivers. And the layup falls. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth. And Joseph kicks to Bellinelli. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Third 3 in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
And there's the pass to Aminu. Smith. And Aminu kicks to Roberts. Stolen by Joseph. Good. It's Diaz with the assist that side.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rivers. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. San Antonio leading by 23. Joseph dishes to Bello. There's the triple. And again, it's San Antonio with the three.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horns out.
They get the rebound. Steams one. Some solid defense from Tiago Splitter. The Spurs have gone 8 of 13 for the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. It's stolen by Aminu. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. That's good.
Heads up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
Rejected by Steensman. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. And it's good. Full contact hits the shot and for the free throw line.
A little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should. Let their team hear it. They were good.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but there just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
In the basket by Dion.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Here's Rivers. Gets it to go.
Every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. How much be critical of this red part?
Not at all.